Last thing we're going to do with arrays, lists, and hash sets is illustrate a couple of convenience functions that sets have compared to array lists. Sets are a little more efficient for some things, in some cases drastically more efficient, but we're not worried about them now for the efficiency reasons, just about what methods they have, what their API is. So if I have a string that has some ingredients in it, you can see that that's a string. It's typed as string. And as a reminder, I can turn that into an array by calling the string split method. You can see that A, which is an array, has 4 elements. Its length is 4. Again, length is an array field. There are no parentheses because it's not a method. I can take this array and I can turn it into a list, which I want to do so that I can add it to a hash set. This is just a reprise, something that I did before. I can make a new hash set by using the arrays.asList method, which takes my array, turns it into an array list, just so that I can add it to the set. Arrays.asList takes an array as a parameter. It's a method of the arrays class. Gives me back a list that I can add here. Now I have a hash set that has 4 elements. I can make another hash set that I'll construct explicitly. I'm going to call it BS. It's a new hash set. So I've created the hash set by calling the constructor. It has no elements in it, which we can see here. And I can add elements to it. I can add ham to it 3 times, but we'll see that even though I added ham 4 times, its size is only 1 because sets have no duplicates. I can also add cheese to it. Here's BS, here's HS. They're both sets. In Java REPL, they're printed as collections. They look like arrays, but they're not. We can see that HS is a hash set and BS is a hash set. What I can do now is I can have this nice method that says, is everything in one contained in the other? We want to be careful about the difference between contains and contains all. Contains mean, is this element in BS? So for example, I can say, yes, ham is in BS, but zebra is not in BS, because contains takes as a parameter a single string, and it tells us in here. This was pretty much an error that Java couldn't catch, because I said, does BS, which is a set, contain this other set? Well, it doesn't, because it's a set of strings. It's not a set of sets. Contains all is the method that we want. And that says, is every element of this set in this one? And the answer was true, because there's HS and there's BS. Ham and cheese is certainly in mustard, ham, lettuce, and cheese. But the reverse isn't true. When I said, does BS, which is just ham, cheese, contain everything in HS, the answer I got was false. So what I've seen here is some handy methods. Contains, contains all. Those are set methods. You can see the set API by looking up the API, and we can see that in the set API, there's some methods like isEmpty, contains all, and more that I can look at. So now we've seen a little more about why sets might be useful. They have a different API, and APIs are going to help us a lot.